Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to discuss about that for loop. So for loop is very much important one of the part, like when you have the database, into the database, when you have that multiple list, if you want to display your all that list data in your page, then you have to do that work with using that for loop. Right? So right now I don't have any database. For the reasons here I declared one of the list. You can actually declare it with outside of this our diction, rather than you can also include it on here. So better here I want to added one of the key. Okay, so I just name it as a friend. Okay, friend underscore name. So this type of one of the name I just simply declared, and here I want to add one of the list. So in Django that is actually called as that list, but in PHP I think you already remember, in PHP if you want to display some of the list data, then we actually name it as an array. Okay, it's just like that as an array, but in Django it calls as a list. Okay, so if you want to display some of the list data, you have to make the things with the third bracket, and into the third bracket area I just put some of the list data as a kazi. Okay, I just name it as a kazi. So as I told you friend, right now I don't have any database. For the reasons I just put some of the array data or the list data, and so there is a kazi and then Aryan, and I also want to put that as a Udemy, and also I put as the name as a Raju. Okay, I just put that some of the name on here as a kazi, Aryan, Udemy, and the Raju. Perfect. So I just take everything and I take the things with this our key as a friend's name. So now I want to actually display it. Okay, so if you want to display it, then you have to go to your, I want to display it in our index HTML. So now go to our index. Because of all here I have declared that things, in our this variable area, and also I pass it in our index.html, right? So now we can actually display it. So now if you go to our index HTML, and here if you want to display it like here after this, okay, after this I want to display, so that is a clear key. So I just simply name that key as a friend's name. So I just simply copy it, and now here I just simply paste it. Okay, so now if you click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, yeah, you can see it's now perfectly show all that our array data. So that is our array, all that list data actually visible as a kazi, Aryan, Udemy, and the Raju. So here now it's actually display our key, but here I want to actually add one of the loop, and into the loop area I want to display all that our result with our one of the list view. Okay, so if you want to do that work, it's pretty much simple things. So better here I just simply remove it right now. So in particular that position I want to take one of the UL, I want to display with the list view, and here I take one of the li. Okay, I just take one of the li. Into the UL area I just take one of the class. So there is a class as a one of the bootstrap class as a list, so I just simply added that list. And also for the li better I put some of the class. Okay, I just put some of the class as a list item. So that is our list item. Okay, so here I want to actually added one of the for loop. So if you want to add that for loop, it's pretty much simple, the curly bracket and the double percentage, and then you have to add that for. So that is a clear for loop, and also after that here I want to AND it. So you have to also AND it. So I just simply AND our AND for. Okay, so that is our for loop is started, and that is our for loop ended. So in particular that area, as I told you, I have already displayed our all the data with our this friend name, that means with this key, right? So with this key we get our all that our list data. So that is all that our list data, and now I want to actually visible it. So if you want to visible it here, you have to add first of all what are the name you want to display. If you want to display with the row, so I just name it as a row in our this key. Okay, that means which data, where actually you pass all the data. So that is our friend name. So I just simply added that friend name. So that is our friend name. Okay, so that is actually the main procedure. So for and with which data you want to visible in our which data you actually pass. So that is actually I pass our friend name. So that is our friend name, I pass it. So first of all that is a row. So now with this row you can actually display your all that friend name data. Like here I want to display it in our li area. So to the li, if you want to display it, then simply just display our row. So that's all you have to do. Okay, now let's check this out. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, yes, you can see friend, now it's perfectly display all the tower data with the list view. There is a Kazi, Aryan, Udemy and the Raju. I hope friend is very much clear to you. So that's how you can do that work. So whatever the things you will do on here, you can change it. Like I just name it as a Aryan. Okay. So if you want to change that Aryan, so you have to pass that Aryan on here. But make that sure whatever the data, that means key data, you pass it from here, you have to add that things in particular that's with the same name. Okay, so here you can actually call it with a different name, whatever you want. So with this, I just simply pass that Aryan. And now let's check this out. I just click the save all. First of all, you can check that server. You can see server is now perfectly running. And now if you refresh, yeah, you can see the result is the pretty much same. So friend, I hope you can well understand about it, how can working with the for loop, and also how can display your data. So how can display it, I think is very much clear to you. In our next video, I'm going to discuss about how can add static file links in Django. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.